So on April 26, 2013, this year, you started this long sojourn, right, against ecocide. Could you explain to us what ecocide is and why it's an important issue?
Of course. Ecocide is a really important issue, and people have been fighting since the 70s to bring in a law to end ecocide because it's the wanton destruction of our environment. And so if we, or a government, an individual or an organisation, a company, wantonly destructs the environment of another or of another species, be they animals, rare plants, they ought to be held accountable for their actions. So it's about accountability, responsibility in society, and how we protect our home.
So in a way, it would be like a law against genocide.
Exactly.
And you would have ecocide. Could you maybe tell us some really ecocide hotspots in the world?
Some big ecocide hotspots are at the moment mining in Nigeria, fracking in Canada, Talvivaara in Finland, Lake Vättern in Sweden. Across Sweden and Finland particularly, both countries equally, there are about 55 mining applications to look for precious minerals, and those are potentially big ecocide sites.
If you look at Finland, could you tell something about where you walked in Finland, and what are some of your impressions about some of the danger areas, concerning ecocide here in Finland?
In Finland, I've had the privilege of walking the Itaira summer trail, which is very empty, wild, no people, no cars, no nothing. And I think because I was covered in so much off, I don't think I met any bears, elks or wolves either because of that fact. My impressions are that Finland, being the watery place it is, has got a little bit lazy in the sense that people are comfortable, they're well looked after, they have a good society, the structure is great. For generations, trees have been the main product, but they've forgotten about their water. And because the business of trees is not as lucrative as it once used to be, the business of mining is seen as a huge potentiality in Finland, and it's a trading card in the rest of the world. So people assume that they live in an eco-friendly way, but they don't any longer. They don't pay mind to what their government is doing. So the government is planning for more big business, and the mining threatens the precarious water tables in Finland.
What is this initiative that you have, this petition that you're working on?
The petition of 1 million signatures to end ecocide in Europe is running right throughout Europe, and we need to raise 1 million signatures to get a law of ecocide reviewed at The Hague. If it goes to review and into the Parliament for debate, there's a very, very high possibility that it will be enshrined in law. If Europe enshrines a law to end ecocide, this will have a massive impact worldwide. So the opportunity to bring it to the UN as one of the 5th laws of peace is huge.
Could you tell us, Dee Kyne, something about yourself? How did you get interested in this cause, and a little bit about your background? And
I've always been passionate about growing things. I'm a beekeeper. I trained in horticulture along the way, having babies as I went, and I have 4 children, all in their 20s. My home is in Jamaica. I'm Irish. And I have been CEO of a number of companies, both in health and the arts. I've run charities, and I have been a lighting designer. So I believe that people can do whatever it is their heart requires them to do.
Sometimes people, when they look at very big and important and challenging causes like ecocide, think that, well, I can't do anything. I'm too small. I can't change anything. I have to accept the situation as is. What you think that's the correct way of looking at it, or how do you think people should get empowered and can they actually change things?
I think anybody can change anything because it's about the power of connection. And life has taught me to this point that the conversations we have over a cup of coffee or sitting at a bus stop are the most powerful things that we do in this world. So it's not about big gestures, it's about the small connections that we make. So anybody can do anything.
Okay. Is there something you would like to say that I didn't ask you that you thought was important?
No, I feel I've been very well looked after and had a lot of important questions asked of me. I think the only thing I would say and leave for people to consider would be if we spend a little bit less time in this society thinking about ourselves and a little bit more thinking about those around us, I think we could make a massive change in this world.
That's very true. Can I ask you how we could sort of like take that first step?
I think if we could take that first step by planning to, by thinking about what would I leave behind for 7 generations of people who might follow me? What will my actions be that will affect people that far in the future? Whatever you do, if you just paid your mind to that, that would change the world.